So as Ben mentioned, Seth and I are here today to talk to you about mobility. Now, over the course of the day, we have heard a little bit about field mobility already. Today, Seth and I are going to talk about both the outdoor that we have heard today and more about ArcGIS indoors and some indoor type workflows. So, typically, when people hear the term mobile operations, we tend to think about those outdoor workflows. And those are common across many different sectors, and they comprise of lots of different workflow types. And we heard some of those here today. But what about those times where we need to perform an inspection indoors? Now, Seth tells me there's quite a lot that we can do indoors with mobile solutions, and I can see that, like our outdoor workflows, a lot of those exist across many different sectors and offer many different workflow types. Now, I'll start today by just giving a bit of an overview of mobile operations to get us sort of thinking about how we might be able to use that in our workflows. So, mobile operations, importantly, allows us to enable connectivity right across our businesses. It allows us to start in that planning and coordinating phase and move right through into the integration of that information back into our organisation. And that is really critical because that allows us to collect that information to enable data-driven decisions. And ArcGIS, as we've heard today, is a highly integrated system that allows us to leverage many different tools to support all of these different connected workflows across all sections of a project lifecycle. Again, from that planning and coordination through to the integration and the use and dissemination of the information. So through our talk today, Seth and I will highlight a couple of different workflows and different stages of this planning phase. We'll have a quick look at the 3 applications that we have to offer in that mobile space and dive into some of the capabilities involved in those. So let's get started. So, with 3 apps in our toolkit to choose from, sometimes it can be hard to identify which is the most applicable for our workflow. And it can be difficult for some of us to not just look at the field map solution, see that it ticks a lot of boxes with capabilities and just initially jump into that. Now, we heard today through multiple talks about people doing some really amazing stuff in Survey 123. So in my section here, I'd like to highlight some of the capabilities for ArcGIS field maps. I know that field maps, Survey 123 and ArcGIS Quick Capture are all offline capable. They all support high accuracy receivers, and there's a lot that we can do for indoor and outdoor workflows. But choosing the right application for our workflow does require thought around other factors as well. And I think this is quite important to highlight, to get you thinking. So the right tool for the job, firstly, requires us to put a lot of thought into what that primary purpose of the workflow actually is. We then also need to consider how familiar we are with the tool for the job. How familiar are we with the configuration of that particular tool? Have we really dug into all of the capabilities? Do we understand what's possible? We also need to put a lot of thought into who is actually using this mobile collection application. How familiar are they with data collection in general? Are they digitally literate? Do they need training and extra support to perform this workflow? And in the case of some of our examples today, in the field, what is going to be the easiest solution for them? So before we talk indoors, let's have a think about how we use our solutions outdoors. Now again, today we've heard a lot of really great examples of Survey 123 in the field for outdoor workflows. We heard a lot from Chris and Frank around how we can leverage GeoAI in Survey 123 and deep learning tools to accelerate that data capture and streamline different processes. So whether you're planning a simple transition from an existing paper-based workflow into a more digital approach, or whether you're wanting to dive into AI and deep learning, Survey 123 could be a good option for you. With its user-friendly design tools and its form-centric approach, it can be a really great option for quick data capture, particularly for those people who aren't as savvy with technology. Another really great option available to us is ArcGIS Quick Capture. Now, with a single tap of a button, you can start to capture photos, location, and simple bits of data and disseminate that back into your organisation in real time. It's perfect for high volume and quick data capture, and you can even perform this from a moving vehicle, from a drone, and of course on foot as well. And when configured, ArcGIS Quick Capture can capture your photos metadata, including heading, pitch, and roll, that helps us enable orientated imagery. Now let's dig into ArcGIS Field Maps. So Field Maps, for a lot of us, we understand, is a highly versatile application that supports a wide range of different workflows in the field, from simple map viewing through to data collection in both simple and complex workflows. It really enables us to enhance our situational awareness. We can see where we are in the field in relation to the assets and the features around us. We can also enable location-based interactions with geofences and other geotriggers to give us more situational awareness and also feed a lot of that information back to our organisation. The solution itself comprises two main elements. There's a Field Maps designer that helps us configure a project ready for our outdoor workflows. And then we have the mobile solution as well. So I'm going to put my hat on now and move outdoors into the campus of University for New South Wales to have a look at some fig trees and to have a different look at an asset type inspection workflow. So previously we'd seen some Survey 123 approaches. Now we're going to have a look at how we can enable inspection type workflows in ArcGIS Field Maps. So on the screen here I have an example of field maps being used for asset inspections. So I can see my fig trees at a glance on this map and understand quickly which ones need to be inspected. Ahead of time, I've configured my Field Maps solution to use things like attribute calculations and field calculations to make sure that I'm calculating my risk scores automatically. So I don't need to worry about having to calculate that risk score each time. As I'm filling in my risk matrix, it's calculating that on the fly. We've also leveraged attribute calculations to be able to fill in some basic information about the tree and have that feedback to the actual tree feature itself. So what I'm doing here is I'm maintaining my tree asset record as well as capturing a related table about my inspections. So we just saw a very brief introduction of how to perform inspections using Field Maps. I'm now going to move from FIG to facility and hand over to Seth to talk us through some ArcGIS Indoors approaches. Take it away, Seth.
Thank you, Ellen. I'm excited to share how you can get more value out of your existing as-built information relating to your facilities, both above and below ground. You're probably thinking, but hey, Seth, we don't have BIM models. Fair enough. For many asset owners, they might at best have some CAD drawings, or at worst, they might have no as-built data at all. Rest assured, if you and your teams look around the floors within your facilities, no doubt you will find a fire or evacuation floor plan, and hence everyone has the right ingredients to produce and publish floor-aware maps from ArcGIS Pro using ArcGIS Indoors Pro for use in ArcGIS Field Maps from your ArcGIS Online or Enterprise portal. ArcGIS Field Maps supports floor-aware maps, which displays the floor filter option below the GPS tool, enabling users to toggle between levels both above and below ground. Now let's navigate back to the University of New South Wales, the Kensington campus here in Sydney, and identify the location of facility C27, which just so happens to be the medical school on campus, where building managers have received reports of a leaky tap on the ground floor needing to be inspected. One of the advantages of ArcGIS Field Maps is support for your outdoor, as we've seen, and indoor workflows in one harmonized solution. And it's the ability to assign to the same or different teams those indoor inspection requests reported by staff or students on this particular site. I've identified the leaky tap but I can filter to other floors above or below ground that I need to maybe isolate a water supply above or prevent water leaking below. Then those floor plans are available with the floor filtering at my fingertips. Now, to demonstrate how the same floor-aware maps can be taken completely offline, we know many of you might not have connectivity, whether you are inspecting a water treatment plant meters above ground, or perhaps a power station kilometers below ground. Support for disconnected environments is a must, and ArcGIS Field Maps and floor-aware maps have you covered. In this offline map area, I can filter through the floors once more, slow tap to magnify my leaky tap, and once I have dropped a pin, I can actually collect a floor-aware feature, in this case a P1 high risk inspection, and record that record, which fixes my features to the floor I'm currently filtered on. Once submitted, I can now see the inspection record, and as I filter the floors below above ground, that P1 record now displays, but does not display when I'm not on ground floor. Pretty powerful. The last step is to obviously synchronize those edits or indoor inspections on the ground floor in order to reuse in other floor-aware maps. So Map Viewer, Experience Builder using the floor filter widget all support floor-aware maps and your indoor inspections. But wait, it gets better. So sometimes all you need is a big button approach, as Alan's mentioned. If this is the case, then the brand new support within Quick Capture for floor-aware maps has you covered. Simply connect your floor-aware map using the level ID as the device variable when configuring your Quick Capture project, and this will display a similar floor filter option within the map on your smartphone. Be sure to filter your floor-aware map first before proceeding to capture your data rapidly using Quick Capture. So whether you're overseeing the construction of a new commercial building, updating maybe the office space utilization, or monitoring the location of important equipment in a hospital or health campus, we believe this new floor-aware support in Quick Capture will further enhance your rapid reporting requirements across your property portfolio. While your floor-aware journey might require an initial assessment of how ready your as-built data is for indoor use, rest assured ArcGIS Survey 123 can still support your indoor needs in the meantime. Many organizations are leveraging Survey 123, including Connect, to digitally transform existing paper and PDF building inspection forms into really efficient XLS form templates. So essentially turning paper and PDF to publish and populate in the matter of minutes. Survey 123 is also commonly used by utilities, ports, airports to launch smart forms using URL parameters, as we've heard earlier today from Matt, from maybe even QR tagged assets in those indoor environments, as well as the ability to launch Survey 123 forms from other apps like ArcGIS Indoors, to record plant infrastructure, maintenance activities, or from other business systems. So a special thank you to the facilities management team at UNSW for providing both Alan and I this wonderful outdoor and indoor set of data. From fig trees to facilities, we realize we've covered a lot of ground, both outdoors and indoors today. So if you'd like to find out more or take these solutions for a test drive yourself, come and speak to Alan and I and our colleagues on the kiosk during the break. Thank you.